Right now, a Baraboo company that makes medical swab sticks is answering the call for increased coronavirus testing. And experts are seeing an uptick in the number of accidental poisonings from household cleaning products.
This is News 3 Now at 6.
Thank you for joining us tonight. Baraboo Company is playing a critical role in many of the COVID-19 test kits throughout the country.
Teal Plastics is ramping up its production of swab sticks to help meet the increasing need for testing. Madeline O'Neill live on Madison's West Side with details on the special product made by the company. Maddie?
Well, if you get tested for COVID-19 at area clinics or hospitals, Teal Plastics president says the Baraboo company likely played a role in making that kit, and that goes nationwide as Teal Plastics ramps up its production of a certain swab handle, doing its part in the fight against COVID-19. Inside this Baraboo company.
That's a very unique product.
These machines are working 24/7, almost as hard as Teal Plastics employees.
We feel a great responsibility to ramp up production, keep it going, and produce as much of the product as we can to make sure that Puritan has the products they need to be able to make the test kit.
Used in the past to help test for things like the flu. Swabs are sold to a company called Puritan in Maine.
These particular swabs that we are making for Puritan, there's only 2 companies in the world that make them.
Teal Plastics president Tom Thompson explains Puritan uses these components to make flocked swabs, what were initially approved for COVID-19 testing.
They're obviously flexible for a reason because they go up far into your nasal cavity.
That puts Teal Plastics in the right spot, too, to help out during the pandemic. In early March, the federal government ordered the flocked swab kits from Puritan. And since then, Teal Plastics has sent more than 5 million of its swab components to the company.
I feel a real sense of accomplishment that we are able to play such a critical role in this, and I know that our employees are also very proud.
An item that previously went unnoticed, now finding its place in the spotlight.
It's a good feeling. It was very interesting when President Trump did the news briefing and pulled out the swab from his pocket and was tearing the top off. Like, I recognize that part. That's something that we made.
Now, Thompson says the federal government has approved another type of swab, one also made here at Teal Plastics, to be shipped to Puritan. That means they'll likely be busy here in Baraboo for weeks to come. Teal Plastics says the government sends those testing kits wherever they're most needed, so they don't know exactly where they end up. But given that they sell these swab parts to Puritan, the only company in the country that makes these flocked swab kits, it's very likely that they're ending up here in our area as well.
Vitally important. Maddie O'Neill live on the west side of Madison. Maddie, thank you.
Health officials are confirming more than 4,900 confirmed coronavirus cases in Wisconsin. At least 248 people have died from complications, and more than 1,300 have been hospitalized in the state. But there is good news. Dane County does not have any additional cases to report today. The county is still at 387 confirmed cases and 20 deaths. Health officials in Brown County say nearly 150 employees and family members of workers at a meat packing plant have tested positive for the coronavirus. This is at JBS Packerland in Green Bay. In addition to the 147 cases tied to the plant, health officials say there were another 39 cases tied to American Foods Group, also in Green Bay, and 19 to a nearby sausage maker in the village of Denmark. All of the plants remain open. At least 19 people who say they voted in person on Election Day or worked the polls have tested positive for the coronavirus. DHS officials say those 19 people received positive test results after April 9th. That's 2 days after Election Day. However, some of those people reported other possible exposures.
The leader of the Wisconsin National Guard says 5 Guard members reported coronavirus symptoms after working at the polls. Major General Paul Knapp says one of those members was tested, but the results came back negative. He says the other 4 Guard members were not offered tests by their doctors. The National Guard says it's increased active members working across the state now to 1,000. Adam Duxter joins us now with what's next for the National Guard all throughout the state. Adam?
Well, Major General Knapp says the National Guard recently activated up to 250 airmen to help slow the spread of COVID-19 across the state of Wisconsin. And Knapp says the National Guard's Wing Mobile Specimen Collection Team has been asked to test inmates and essential staff at the Dane County Jail. State health officials say their main goal is to continue comprehensive testing.
We need to know everyone who has the virus so that we can take the steps we've been talking about to make sure that people who are infected and mildly ill are quarantined and stay home until their symptoms pass, and that we can contact their close contacts to stay home as well.
Major General Knapp also clarified plans regarding the transformation of the Alliant Energy Center into an alternative care site, saying those plans are just still in the discussion phases.
All right, Adam, thank you. And we're learning tonight the National Guard won't be present during a planned protest to reopen the state's economy and end the safer-at-home order. The protest planned for outside the Capitol Friday afternoon. Even though the Department of Administration denied a permit for the event, organizers say it is still on.
Mercy Health is announcing 10% pay reductions for its leaders and some reductions in physicians' pay. Officials with Mercy Health say due to combined financial losses from the coronavirus pandemic and issues with Medicaid in Illinois, they are experiencing an economic crisis. A statement from Mercy Health says before the leadership pay cuts, they had already taken significant actions to reduce cost through furloughs in certain departments. Household cleaning items have been a hot commodity in the past couple of months, but there's a problem some people are now having. People have been accidentally poisoning themselves. Jamie Perez tells us how this is happening and how you can avoid it.
We've all been taking extra precautions to make sure everything is disinfected and wiped down. But some people are inhaling and ingesting these products and are accidentally poisoning themselves.
Mixing of different products. When you mix bleach and an acid, whether it's vinegar or some toilet bowl cleaners have hydrochloric acid in them, it can create a chlorine gas.
Matt Stanton is a clinical toxicologist at the Wisconsin Poison Center. He said people are calling in saying they've been poisoned or exposed to toxic material from household cleaning products. He told me that people have been washing produce with cleaning products to try to disinfect them, and then they eat them. People are leaving cleaning products out, and then their young kids get a hold of them and put them in their mouths. And people have been washing their face masks with products that aren't meant for cleaning them.
If the product is still on the mask, people might still be inhaling the product.
And if you're anything like me, you're kind of surprised that this is happening at all. Well, actually, it's happening a lot more often than you would think.
You're going to see an increased number of calls to poison centers regarding these things.
Since the stay-at-home order went into effect, Stanton says they've received nearly 300 calls relating to this. So to help you out at home, so you don't have to be another one of those calls,
read the label of your product and make sure that you're using it according to the manufacturer's standards.
In Madison, Jamie Perez, News 3 Now.
If you have questions about the products you are using or think you have been exposed, call the Poison Control Hotline at 1-800-222-1222.
Madison Police Department says due to the governor's safer-at-home order, Mifflin Street block party festivities will not be tolerated this year.
The cops told us that, normally on Mifflin they kind of work with people and they're only going to ticket you if you're kind of messing up or you're, having a huge party and doing really illegal things, but they told us this year it's going to be a strict zero tolerance, like nobody there.
The annual block party was scheduled for Saturday. Police say anyone who gathers for the block party will be cited. The minimum fine for creating a public health nuisance, $376. Chief Vic Wall is optimistic students will do the right thing and stay home.
Everybody, even the college kids, recognize that this is a public health concern, and they can wait a few weeks before they get together and drink a few beers. But the health of the community and their peers, their parents, their family really depends on everybody, sort of doing the right thing in this case. So.
The chief also says if any UW-Madison students are cited, their information will be shared with the Dean of Students.
Now in their third week of virtual learning, the Madison School District is starting a pilot program to supply students with musical instruments. The program will allow students to continue their musical education from home. District officials say they also have plans to continue growing online learning through professional development opportunities for teachers and staff in the coming weeks. They're making plans to continue virtual learning into the summer and possibly even fall. Those plans will be released on Monday.
Keeping an eye on some showers tonight. Let's check your first warn forecast. Here's Chief Meteorologist Gary Canolti. Gary?
Eric, we had a few stronger thunderstorms out toward Prairie du Chien earlier this afternoon, but those have kind of morphed into mainly rain and a few isolated thunderstorms. Looks like the strongest cell right now is right around Darlington. At this point, heading off into the eastern portion of Lafayette County over the next couple of hours. Really not producing very much. Maybe some small hail, about the size of BBs. That's pretty much about it. Otherwise, as we look at the radar view, you can see still some flashes of lightning, mainly from about Dodgeville on toward the south and east. Madison getting some rain now, but very little in the way of lightning into Dane County. And future radar over the next 3 hours continues to bring that area of rain and thunderstorms down to the south. Temperatures have dropped to 48 in Madison, but you can see to the south, Dubuque, Iowa at 73 degrees. So those thunderstorms will stay strong in the warmer air, but things are cooling down across southern Wisconsin. That should limit their intensity. Look for some off and on showers overnight, maybe some areas of fog. Low temperatures dropping to around 40. High temperature tomorrow, only around 50 degrees. It'll be cloudy for much of the day with just a slight chance of showers, and that weather will be with us into Saturday. I'll have more details on weather in a few minutes.
A 68-year-old Sun Prairie woman is on her way to a full recovery after battling the coronavirus.
I'm smiling under here.
Yes, we can see it. I know, big smiles, right? Big
yes.
Smiles.
Yay. Yay.
This is a huge deal. Earlier today, Karen McIntyre was released from St. Mary's after spending 1 month in the hospital, with nearly 20 of those days spent on a ventilator. Hospital staff lined the halls to wish her well, cheering and applauding. Making sure to keep a safe distance, McIntyre's family and friends excitedly waited outside to see her. They say they are incredibly grateful for McIntyre's recovery and wish her luck in rehab.
It's kind of hard to describe the sense of relief that we have, and without the love and support and the prayers of all of my friends and people I don't even know, I don't know if she would have made it.
Home in a couple of weeks, and they add that once the concerns around the virus pass completely, they plan to have a huge party to celebrate.
Wow, that is something else, seeing them release her from the hospital. Great story. Next at 6, Dane County announcing a new large-scale solar energy project, and a do something good story about an ER nurse who is paying it forward. That story just ahead. Stay with us.
To our Pick and Save associates, for the long hours and late nights, for the miles traveled and the shelves restocked, for making a difference in our customers' lives, for doing so much more than your job. Everyone at the Kroger family of brands and our customers say thank you. In a time when daily life feels a bit uncertain, your hard work is keeping America fed. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
No one asked for this to happen, but this is our time, when our hearts, our humanity, and our communities rise. This moment will challenge us. It will define us. It's why we are here, but this moment is not bigger than us. And we will show up every day for you. Unity Point Health Meritor, a partner of UW Health. Know how much you matter to this world.
Toro's Time Cutter HD and Titan HD zero-turn mowers. Comfortable with the innovative MyRide suspension system and high-back suspension seats. Powerful with commercial-grade engines. Heavy-duty, built to tackle tough terrain while providing Toro's professional quality of cut. Versatile, so you can get more done on or off the mower. Toro's Time Cutter HD and Titan HD zero-turn mowers. Count on it.
Power Centers of Madison. Visit powercentersofmadison.com.
Coming together makes us stronger, and Ford is built to lend a hand. Contact your Ford dealer, an essential part of your community, to find out more about home delivery and other vehicle service options. After all, you have a lot to take care of. Let us help take care of you. Find out more at Ford.com. Right now, qualified buyers can get 0% financing for 72 months, plus 3 months deferred payments on select 2020 Ford models.
Dane County has purchased 125 acres of land to build a large solar project. This is in the town of Cottage Grove, that land across from the landfill, adjacent to the county's East District Highway garage. The solar project expected to be double the size of the soon-to-be-constructed solar facility at the airport. It'll allow county operations to achieve 100% renewable electricity status. The design process is expected to start next year.
A nurse at UW Health is doing something good, raising money for the Dane County Food Network. In less than 2 weeks, Sue Wolf has raised more than $8,000 thanks to the many contributions of her fellow emergency department staff. Wolf says she felt the need to pay forward the warmth she and her colleagues have received for their work during the pandemic.
People have been so kind. People have been so the whole country, you feel it. You really do. You feel it from other people. You feel this, thank you for taking care of people.
Wolf has been a nurse for over 35 years and says she feels lucky to have a job where she is able to help others.
Coming up in sports, we'll hear from another Badger football player looking forward to the NFL draft. Sports director Zach Hanley sits down with former Wisconsin linebacker Zach Bond. Stay with us.
Wells Asphalt Paving, expert paving for over 40 years. Now offering $250 off your asphalt paving project. For residential and commercial, from new construction to replacements, call today and save at Wells Asphalt Paving.
We live here, just like you. We have families, friends, and neighbors we care about, just like you. Since 1930, Grand Appliance has supported our local communities, and we aren't stopping now. We're open to serve you and offering an extra 5% off most purchases during these uncertain times. Visit our website day or night, where we've expanded live chat, email, and phone support. We'll deliver curbside, drop off at your front door, or deliver and install. We are Grand Appliance and TV.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. And with great deals available, there's never been a better time to buy at your local dealership. To find the dealer near you, visit CubCadetDealers.com.
To most people, the idea of fighting is unpleasant, but sometimes it's necessary to fight. If you or your family has been injured, you'll want a good law firm on your side to make things right again. Havish, Havish & Rotier. We fight for what's right.
Wells Asphalt Paving, expert paving for over 40 years. Now offering $250 off your asphalt paving project. For residential and commercial, from new construction to replacements, call today and save at Wells Asphalt Paving.
Well, it was 50 years ago today that the first Earth Day was held back in 1970, thanks to Governor Gaylord Nelson here in Wisconsin. And this picture was taken from Apollo 17 on its way back from the moon, kind of the fitting picture for Earth Day. And our friends over at Climate Central have shown us that springs have been warming up quite a bit over the last 50 years since that first Earth Day. In fact, just the eastern portion of North Dakota and northeastern South Dakota have actually seen a slight drop in temperatures, and a lot of that is because that area has been so wet. They've had a number of years with flooding. That just adds moisture to the air, adds a lot of clouds, and actually lowers the temperatures a little bit. But for pretty much the rest of the country, temperatures have been above normal. Southwestern parts of the country in the last 50 years have warmed over 3.5 degrees. In east central parts of the country, over 2 degrees. Here in southern Wisconsin, we're closer to about between a half a degree and a degree and a half increase in temperatures, but they will continue to climb as carbon dioxide levels continue to climb in our atmosphere. Live view from the Edgewater Skycam in downtown Madison, some rain is moving through. Not seeing much in the way of lightning around here. In fact, as we take a look at high-resolution radar, it looks like there might be a little stronger thunderstorm cell just to the southwest of Darlington. Nothing that would be producing any severe weather. Some of these storms did produce some hail as they passed by just north of Prairie du Chien, but now it's mainly just rain in Madison. You can see the lightning pretty much confined to southwestern Wisconsin. Even a lot of that has been diminishing as temperatures get cooled by the falling rain. So the stronger thunderstorms are back in Iowa, where south of this line, temperatures have still been in the 70s. Where we are, readings are a lot cooler. So as we look at 3 things you need to know in the forecast, those evening showers and a few thunderstorms will probably wind down. And then we'll see just a slight chance of showers for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, but temperatures will remain on the cool side, below normal weather expected all the way into the weekend. As we check out current temperatures, there's a big contrast. Temperatures are in the lower 30s in the UP of Michigan and approaching 80 to our south and west across parts of west central Illinois and eastern Iowa. But it's the colder air that eventually will take hold. You can see these showers and thunderstorms basically along a cold front. There is still a little mild air back across southern Minnesota, but even that will be erased by a shot of cooler air to the south. A pretty significant severe weather outbreak taking place over eastern Texas into Oklahoma, Arkansas, and Louisiana, and that will shift into the southeastern part of the country. But here's what I'm talking about, that cold front and the warm front. North of these fronts, temperatures are very cool. To the south of the front, they're much milder, but all the showers and thunderstorms will move away. Look for cloudy skies overnight, and those clouds will stick around at least through Saturday. Tomorrow, look for a cloudy and cooler day, just a slight chance of showers, high temperature around 50 degrees. On future track, the shower and thunderstorm chances will move south of southern Wisconsin by shortly after midnight. Tomorrow will just be a cloudy day with just a slight chance of showers, and temperatures only warm up to around 50 and then drop back into the lower 40s by later on, early on Friday morning. As we check out the 7 to 10 day forecast, those temperatures stay on the cool side through the weekend, but warm back up to around 60 or a little bit above for most of next week. Some thunderstorm chances Monday night into Tuesday and Friday night into Saturday of next week.
And coming up in sports, Jonathan Taylor flying under the radar as the draft approaches, why one college football analyst is confused about the lack of hype. That's next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Here at Weedman Lawn Care, we believe that your lawn should be a place where memories are made, a source of pride, relaxation, and fun for the whole family. That's why we proudly offer a child and pet-friendly program, so you can enjoy a healthier, greener, weed-free lawn without sacrificing peace of mind.
Our program offers effective, targeted weed control, and our golf course quality fertilizer creates a beautiful outdoor space. Don't your kids and grandkids deserve a Weedman lawn? Trust the lawn care experts. Trust Weedman.
You love your business. Every day, you coddle it, pamper it. Maybe the growing pains were hard, but you put everything into it, nurtured it, and fed it, so it would grow. It's only natural that you'd want to protect it with the right insurance. Pamper your business with a policy from Westband and wrap it in the cozy warmth of the silver lining.
No one goes all in on made-from-scratch freshness like Papa Murphy's. Because when you go all in, people notice. This game day, go all in with the new Triple Pep for just $10. Papa Murphy's. Change the way you pizza.
Imagine facing Wisconsin's bitter cold winter without a warm home, or the blistering heat of summer without power. Then having to make the tough choice between eating or meeting other basic survival needs. Unfortunately, over 200,000 of our neighbors in need will face this difficult decision with no place else to turn, including those who are now unemployed due to the COVID-19 crisis. For a hand up and help with your utility bills now during these difficult times, contact the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund today.
At Goldman Cars, your safety is our #1 priority. We are taking necessary precautions to clean and sanitize all of our vehicles and facilities. With prices being at an all-time low, we are able to sell these cars well below market value. So hurry in today and take advantage of these once-in-a-lifetime low prices. Call to schedule an appointment and ask for Crystal the Pistol Gobin. Go to Gobin Cars East or West.
You gotta go to Gobin, GobinCars.com.
Hi everyone, Thursday morning, Hattie's tracking our next chance of rain in her first warn forecast.
And if you're getting cabin fever, we'll take a look at when travel will be possible again and how it might be different for good.
We'll see you starting at 4:30.
.174 yards and 50 touchdowns in 3 years. And that's just what Jonathan Taylor did on the ground at Wisconsin. He was the best running back in college football as a sophomore, and he backed it up again last season by winning the Doak Walker Award for the second straight year. But for some reason, he's not getting a lot of love as the NFL draft approaches. Kind of weird, right? Well, college football analyst Kirk Herbstreit is confused about that one, too.
I've never seen a guy be so productive, be so questioned. People constantly had questions about his speed or about this or about that. And all I know is when I watch him, he runs away from people. I thought this year he continued to grow as a receiver. You know, he almost had 3 2,000-yard seasons. I don't know what else he can do to prove himself.
Zach Bond has been the most talked about and highest projected pick out of the group of Badgers preparing for the draft. And for the former high school quarterback out of Brown Deer to be at this point so close from reaching his dreams of playing in the league, it's pretty surreal.
I never thought it'd be me, and I definitely just went all in on the development program at Wisconsin and trusted in the program. And if you work hard, anything can happen, and I think I'm the truest display of that.
Have you looked at, any of the mock drafts or any projections of where, you could be going to this team here, you could be going to that team here, or you try to stay away from that with it coming up?
I'd be lying if I didn't see them or look at them. But I just don't know how true or real they are. Like whoever goes back and looks at their mock drafts once the draft happens to compare and contrast, no one ever does that. So I don't know how true or real they are. And I just stick to my plan and my preparation and throughout the whole process.
How do you feel right now? I mean, are you letting it sink in that, hey, it's right around the corner, or you're just trying to stay calm?
I'm trying to stay calm, but this coronavirus thing and the self-quarantine in the house isn't helping at all. Really, the draft is all I've been thinking about and preparing for what's to come.
If you get that call, when you get that call, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, whenever it may be, what do you think that moment's going to be like, and what are you going to do?
Yeah, when I get the call, it's definitely going to be a special moment, regardless of how many people are there, who's with me. It'll be a special moment for myself and my family.
And in honor of Brad Davison's birthday today, let's take a look at the biggest shot of the last season. Tied at 51 at Indiana, he spots up and splashes home the triple to give the Badgers a share of the Big Ten title. First time in 5 years for them. You remember that shot?
I do remember it. I sure do. Knocking off the Hoosiers.
Yeah.
I was looking at those backgrounds. I don't know who's got a better background. You, Zach Bond. The other day we had Quintez.
We're just trying to show off our art.
We got to, yeah, your art.
The art collection.
Your Target art collection. Good stuff. Gary, final check. What's going on out there?
Well, some showers and a few thunderstorms roaming through southwestern Wisconsin. Just rain here in the Madison area. Temperatures right now are cooling down, so I think the severe weather threat's very low.
All right, thanks for joining us. We'll see you back here tonight at 10. Have a good evening.